Welcome to the Autism Advocate Podcast. I'm your host, Laura Hales. If you're looking for tips on how to advocate for and understand your autistic child in a more meaningful way, you've come to the right place, and we're so happy to have you join us. Welcome. I have a listener question here for you today, and it's about sensory things with clothing. I know we can all relate. This is from Heather. Hello. I've been following you and I reached out with a question. You told me to send it here. Yes, please. So sometimes I post on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram to please send me your questions, and then you comment below, and which is great. But what I struggle with is not having everything all in the same place. Then I'm worried I'm going to miss it. So thank you so much for helping me stay organized. I really want to get to everyone's questions. A little background, my child is fine with long sleeve shirts, but he refuses to wear a sweatshirt or coat. Sometimes he'll tolerate just a sweatshirt with no shirt underneath, but everyone's telling me it's because it's out of routine, because he never wore one all summer. It's starting to get extremely cold here, and he can't go outside for recess in 20-degree weather. I hear that. He's 3 years old. I didn't know if you had any tips on how to help this because I can't handle the full-blown meltdowns. It completely impacts our entire day. Thank you so much for listening. From Heather. First of all, I hear you. I don't know how many times I have been in the same or very similar situations. So a couple questions. It sounds like your child is averse to layers of clothing. Is that right? Because what I'm reading is refuses to wear a sweatshirt or coat. Sometimes he tolerates just a sweatshirt with no shirt underneath. So maybe it's the layering portion. Honestly, my best piece of advice would be two things. To find something graphically, or if you have to make something graphically that has his special interest on it. Something that's really exciting that he wants to tell all of his friends about, his teachers at school. Honestly, I have messaged my teachers sometimes to be like, hey, he's wearing new shoes today. It was rough. If you could just say how cool they are and that you like them, would make a huge difference. Appreciate it. So if you could communicate that to the school, but it sounds like with your child being 3 that they're probably not in a school system, that it's probably just you at home trying to get them outside to play. It definitely will be a change and transition. Meaning that sometimes he just needs more time, and sometimes he just needs a bit of time to process that. So I don't know if you have tried doing things visually for him, so that he can see, oh, here's a picture of a cold day outside. Maybe not snowing, because I know if it were my kid, he'd be like, see, it's not snowing outside. I don't need it. And I'd be like, no, it's just that it's cold. So just a picture that implies someone is cold, right? Outside, cold outside. Then another picture that says, someone maybe that's in short sleeve shirts and they look cold, that it's uncomfortable. And then showing another picture that has a sweatshirt or a jacket, and then saying why. So look, now they're wearing a sweatshirt or jacket outside. I'm going to pick up this picture and put him outside, and look, he's happy. But if I pick up the picture that has no jacket, ooh, look, he's so cold. And guess what? He can only stay outside for 5 minutes. Or else guess what happens? He gets so sick. It's not good. Did you know you can get so sick from not wearing a jacket, and then maybe even have a picture of someone with like a thermometer in their mouth laying in bed? Now, again, I don't know if your child cognitively is at a space where that kind of conversation would be helpful or not. But if not, then having those pictures would be really helpful, just in helping them organize while it's not in their routine. A lot of times the change in routine feels scary, or they're fearful because they can't quite grasp how this is going to go. It's like when you go to a new job, physically you're going to be safe, but you just aren't really sure until you do it what's going to happen or how it's going to happen. But if you have pictures that you can show him that can help make in his mind it's more concrete that it's going to be this, then this, then this. Then we get to go outside and play. If your child is one that really likes options and control, does not like being told what to do, but presented with 2 options and they can choose, I would be totally okay with. You have this option where you put on your jacket, we go outside 5 minutes. Or sorry, put on jacket, go outside 10 minutes or whatever it is. This one, put on jacket, go outside, or don't put on jacket, go outside 5 minutes. Which one? And then they can choose. So they can be outside for only 5 minutes because it's very, very cold and they're miserable. Like I said, another thing to get them more interested would be adding their special interest, whether it's Nintendo or Minecraft or Elmo or Mickey Mouse, to a sweatshirt or jacket, whatever it happens to be. And also making sure that the texture of the sweatshirt or the jacket is appealing to them. I know jackets my son won't do. Luckily, we live in a place where a thicker sweatshirt is fine. But for my son, the inside has to be like that soft, fuzzy, I don't know what kind of material that is. Just like the really kind of soft material that's on the inside of like sweatpants and sweatshirts. It has to be that material or he feels very uncomfortable and frustrated. Also, my son prefers no hood over a hood as far as the neckline. It would be great if you could bring your son. I understand this could be very difficult, but if you could one time bring your kid to like Old Navy. They have a lot of like graphic tees, sweatshirts and such, and they're really soft on the inside. That's the brand my kid prefers. Or Target has clothing that has tagless things on them. That way he can try it on and be really excited about it. Maybe he could even, I don't know if you're willing to iron something on, but if having his name on there would be exciting, then those are some things, and maybe you've already tried these things, but hopefully that gives you some ideas, some directions, ways to try. Always remember that transitions take time to learn. That doesn't mean that you are failing. I understand. Oh, do I understand how hard that meltdown is to experience and help them regulate every single time. Try to keep that perspective of that he's learning, that it's an ugly process often to learn, and that I am determined that my role with my child is I'm going to be supportive in a space that is safe for my child. I commend you. I hear you. I get it. If I see them outside with a short sleeved shirt, I'm not going to look at you funny. I'm going to be like, I know. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Want to submit a question? Email us at theautismadvocatepodcast@gmail.com. Follow our social media outlets and check out our shop featuring my Autism Acceptance, Children's Illustrated books, and other fun autism acceptance items. Don't forget, I'm rooting for you, and we'll see you next time.